Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Abhidev and I create videos about freelancing, writing, productivity and other things that I find interesting. So consider giving this video a big like so that YouTube helps me to push my videos. As a freelancer and YouTuber, I don't have any kind of structure in my life. So the things that I do are mostly planned by me and I have to control myself to do the tasks because there is no other person like who will tell me to how to do the things and when to do the things. And this can also be a good thing and a bad thing to do things and like manage our time. So I have developed my life within these principles which I'm going to share with you guys in this video so that I don't miss on my tasks and complete things before the deadline and use my time effectively. So yeah, let's start the video and the first thing in the list is daily highlight. Daily, we have many things in our to-do list and there are only like one or two things which require our most of the time and are important. But when we see the complete list, it just feels like all the tasks are important and we feel so overwhelmed. And I'm sure most of you guys would have felt like this even if you don't make a to-do list. It always feels like something is missing, like I have not done things that I wanted to do today. So here daily highlights can help you. I read about this thing in the book called as Make Time and signed up to try it. It says every morning write down one thing you can do for your project today, then do it. And by this, you fool your brain to focus on a single task instead of thinking about multiple things in your list, and you do it with your complete focus because there is no distraction to do all the things in our list. Like you sort of know what is important for you that needs to be done today. By the way guys, you can read about this more in the book and I will link the book in the description box below. Point number 2 is the 2-minute rule. So the 2-minute rule is a great way to do the tasks even if you don't feel like doing it. Sometimes we don't want to do things even if it's important. And this can be applied to most of the things. For example, when we want to go to the gym, most of the time we miss it because we don't have the motivation to work out. And even if we have the motivation, we just keep fooling ourselves to not do the task. But consider the other scenario. अगर एक बार with or without motivation हम जिम चले जाते हैं और जिम के अंदर एंटर करते हैं, then we usually just work out and we realize that it doesn't matter if we have the motivation or not. And it just sort of boils down to the momentum to do the task. Like once you are in the process, then it's hard to stop yourself until you are done with the task. And this works for most of the things, like just give yourself 2 minutes to do the task even if you have to force yourself, and you will find yourself actually doing the task and finishing it. Because momentum is the fuel to continue doing things and motivation is just like the key which puts that fuel into ignition. Next, moving on to the third point, which is Pomodoro technique. I know most of you guys would be familiar with this technique, but it's important to talk about it in this video because I use Pomodoro technique on the daily basis and it helps me to block my time to just do the focused work. So to explain it in detail, like Pomodoro technique is a time management technique in which you do focused work for like 25 minutes followed by a 5 minutes of a break. And you can even divide this into a multiple working sessions. It helps you to do the work with 100% focus for like 25 minutes and focus comes naturally if you avoid all the distractions. So if you find yourself too distracted while studying or working, then like this will work like a charm for you. Nowadays, I'm using this for my writing sessions. Like daily, I have 3 to 4 writing sessions where I write for 25 minutes, then I take a break. Then I again write and take a break. And this goes on for the rest of the remaining sessions. And by this daily, I'm able to write 1300 words to 1500 words. And I use this app called as Zen Flip Clock on my iPad and Flow on my Mac. By the way guys, you can also try Forest, which like most people use on the internet. The only key here is that you just have to block your time for a set amount of time to avoid all the distractions. And for my case, I create a sessions of like 25 minutes and just do the focused work. Fourth one in the list is batching tasks. The idea of batching tasks is to do things in the batches. Like, let me make things clear for you by giving you an example where you apply batching most of the time. When we go to grocery shopping, then what we usually do is we make a list of the items on our phone or on a piece of paper and buy all the things at a single trip to the grocery store instead of buying a single item in the list at a time. हम ऐसा तो कभी नहीं करते हैं कि like एक item purchase करते हैं लिस्ट में और बस वही लेकर घर चले जाते हैं. हम सारी चीजों की शॉपिंग एक ही बार में करते हैं. So this is batching in the nutshell. You do all the tasks which can be done together, which keeps you in the flow and also saves you a lot of time. For example, as a YouTuber, I plan to put a YouTube video in every 2 days. So together I work on multiple videos at a time and try to record 2 or 3 videos in a day, which helps me so much to be on the track. जैसे मैं recording की जो process है वो एक ही बार में करता हूँ. Then thumbnail के लिए जो photos लेने हैं, like I take 10 to 15 photos in a single take. एक particular time block करके जो भी thumbnails के photo है वो एक ही बार में लेता हूँ. So this helps me so much to save my time, and you can also apply this to other things like replying to emails, meal preparations, and many other things. Moving on to the last point, which is Abhidev's principle of time management. So previously I used to do a task as a whole, like if I want to create a video, then I do all the process of that single video, like writing, recording, editing and SEO, and then only I go to some another video. Like एक वीडियो की जब पूरी प्रोसेस है वो एक ही बार में कंप्लीट करता था, और जब वो वीडियो रेडी हो जाती थी पब्लिश करने के लिए, देन ही दूसरी वीडियो की प्रोसेस स्टार्ट करता था. So because of this there was like continuous buzz in my mind to do other things and work on other projects too, and due to working on a single video at once, most of the time my mind went in the burnout phase. So to make things better, I started breaking things into parts. For example, if I have to make a YouTube video, then I divide it into few parts, like researching and writing the script, recording the video, doing the SEO and creating the thumbnail. And I take one task at a time and do it instead of thinking about the whole video. Like एक video की script ready हो गई, so I can move on to writing a script of some another video instead of finishing the other steps of the first video. And it helps me to keep that momentum of doing things and completing it, which usually most of the time keeps me motivated, and it also avoids the burnout state. And you also become more efficient in doing things if you set shorter deadlines, because now you have small parts that you have to focus on and work on. And because of this, I was able to work on multiple videos at a time. I will soon share with you guys my process of creating my YouTube videos, like how I manage things and work on multiple projects at a time. So set shorter deadlines for your work, and if your work needs weeks or months of work, then break it into few parts like 2 or 3 days of work, so that you can manage things properly. And guys, these were all the tips or things which I use to manage my work and time. So if you guys are not able to manage your time properly, then try these methods and tell me if you found this helpful. Until then, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to my channel for more content. See you guys in the next video.